In this video, our goal is to get you thinking about the importance of incorporating technology in schools in positive ways. Over time, there have been many different technologies that have been incorporated in the classroom since the beginning of education in America. Starting in the colonial years with the Hornbook, which was a wooden paddle with printed lessons for students to use, and continuing with the development of the Magic Lantern in 1870, which was an early and primitive slide projector. Next, from 1870 up until 1951 came the creation of the chalkboard, pencil, overhead projector, and ballpoint pens. In 1950, the very first headphones that were used in classrooms became available, followed up by videotapes in 1951. In 1954, a new psychological tool, the Skinner teaching machine, was created. The machine combined teaching and testing by providing reinforcement for correct answers, which would allow students to easily move on to the next lesson. From 1959 to 1972, photocopiers, handheld calculators, and the Scantron system of testing became additional tools to be used in the classroom. One of the most dramatic starts to changing technology used in the classroom came in 1985, when the first commercial laptops became available. This opened the opportunity for students to be able to have access to computers while at school. In 1990, the world forever changed with the birth of the hypertext markup language, known simply as HTML, creating the internet as we know it today. By 1993, the internet was widely available to everyone and was being utilized in classrooms all across America. And by 2009, computers were readily available in almost every classroom, which was a big change from the computer labs that had existed prior. In classrooms today, we still rely on many of the technologies developed in the past, like pencils, pens, overhead projectors, and computers. Some examples in modern-day classrooms include teachers using smartboards to illustrate their ideas and being able to incorporate moving slideshows and videos within their lectures. Due to the recent pandemic, students might also have more access to Chromebooks, virtual textbooks, and online learning resources. So with all of these great tools at our disposal, you might be wondering, what then is the issue with technology in schools? The primary issue that schools are facing when it comes to technology is how to address the use of cell phones within the classroom. For technology to be an effective contributor to learning, it must be used to deepen student engagement. However, in reality, they are often more likely to think of technology, like cell phones, as a disturbance in the classroom. The overengagement of cell phone use can lead to serious screen addictions, both outside of school as well as in the classroom. Because we are used to the quick entertainment that cell phones provide, there seems to be a growing lack of engagement with learning in schools, and both peer relationships as well as student-to-teacher relationships are negatively affected. While not every student is chained to their cell phone, they can still be easily distracted by others who are on them in the room. Unlimited access to cell phones also has the potential to create easier access to cheating. Across the nation, there have been a growing number of high school teachers who have begun using cell phone cubbies, also known as phone jails. Just one example of this being implemented is in the Palo Alto School District in California. Mr. Paley is just one of many teachers who have turned to confiscating student cell phones during class time. Like others, he feels that in order for his students to be engaged and participate in class discussions, it should be without the distraction that their cell phones provide them. While some high schools have banned the use of cell phones during school hours altogether, the idea of phone cubbies seems less harsh. However, other educators, like Mr. Ferlazzo, argue that it should really only be used as a last resort. Rather than immediately punishing students for phone use in class, teachers should strive to get to the root causes. If students are constantly bored in your class, he says that it should be a sign for teachers to adjust their teaching methods to keep students focused on learning. Instead of completely cutting off students' access to individual technology, an alternative solution is to embrace it through guided classroom games. A few easy ways to do this could include things like using Quizlet flashcards for unit reviews, having students compete in multiple-choice quizzes like Kahoot, or even building ideas in a virtual environment like Minecraft. Supporting curriculum that includes more games and fun learning activities can help to get students participating and growing in their social and emotional learning through peer interactions. Playing educational games can also provide students with a safe learning environment to take risks without feeling the fear of failure that they might experience working through more traditional activities and assessments. Another way that we have seen technology incorporated in schools is through the implementation of electronic e-learning or online learning days. During the recent pandemic, most schools ensured that each student was provided with their own Chromebook to participate in Zoom meetings, watch lecture videos, and access their class materials online. While schools are no longer in lockdown, the idea of online learning has still been incorporated in other ways. The Robbinsdale School District in Minnesota has started to use their technology to eliminate the need for makeup days at the end of the school year due to bad weather. These digital learning days allow students to keep up their knowledge while remaining in the safety of their homes without the stress and potential dangers they could face by heading to school in poor weather conditions. While this video only showcases 3 examples of solutions and applications of technology within classrooms, there are many other creative ideas out there and ready to be shared. Where technology is involved, there's no perfect solution that'll work for every teacher or school, as all classrooms and the students within them are unique. Technology will always be interconnected within all aspects of our lives. As educators, it is our responsibility to stay current on developing technology, as well as learn how to use it in positive ways that benefit our students. So all in all, why should we put more thought into how technology is incorporated in our classrooms? When used effectively, technology in the classroom can greatly increase student engagement as well as facilitate collaboration between peers. When using games as tools for learning, teachers are able to create an opportunity for students to take risks and be bold in their ideas. This then fosters creativity and independent thinking. Becoming more familiar with technology as a whole will allow students to be more prepared and educated for how to use it in the future. And ultimately, incorporating technology in positive ways will help students to love what they learn, because it is connected to a part of their everyday lives.